You know what sucks? Playing a detective game where the AI holds your hand the entire way, where every clue is highlighted, where the answer's obvious. But what if I told you there are games that don't insult your intelligence? What if I told you that I have some of the best detective games ever made in this list? I'm breaking down the top 10 detective games you need to play in 2026, 5 absolute must-plays, and 5 criminally overlooked gems that make your brain hurt in the best possible way. If you love solving cases, if you love feeling smart, like this video, subscribe for more, and stick to number 1. It's a 2026 sequel that's going to change everything. So let's go.
Oh, just Kate being Kate. You know, a bit wild. She had a drink problem.
Detective Inspector Jenks, Rebecca, is it?
Yeah.
There's been an unexplained death locally.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I am, yes.
It's just a business management training program for postgrads.
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Who is it?
At number 10, Contradiction, Spot the Liar. Here's the premise that's genius in its simplicity. You're a hard-boiled detective in a small town. Your job? Interview suspects, watch their faces, listen to their stories, and catch them in lies. But not how you think. The game is full motion video, real actors, and they're grilling you with their performances. You watch for the micro expressions, the hesitations, the way they touch their face when they're nervous. And you've got to build a timeline in your head of what actually happened. Then, and this is where it gets insane, you spot a contradiction. Person A said they were at a diner at 8 PM. Person B says they saw him at home. But here's the thing, this game is loaded with red herrings. You think you've caught someone, you confront them, and they have a perfect explanation. Now you look stupid. The acting is deliberately over the top because these characters are lying. And this game's been overlooked since 2015 because it came out the same time as 100 other indie games. But if you've got 4 hours, this is a masterclass in detective work. It's on Steam for like $10, so play it. Number 9, The ROOTTREES Are Dead. This one came out in 2025 and PC Gamer literally said it was one of the best detective games of the entire year. But here's why. The premise is absurd. 2 sisters die in a plane crash, or did they? And instead of playing some fancy detective with forensic tools, you're sleuthing using 90s internet, dial-up, chunky websites, chat rooms, emails and forums. And the kicker? You have to spell everything correctly. There's no autocomplete, there's no Google. You're searching forums the way people did in 1998, with broken syntax and hope. You piece together a massive family tree, you follow threads of conversations, you uncover family secrets that span decades. It's short, it's weird, it's a total roast of early internet culture, but it's actually moving because as you uncover the truth about this family, you realise these people are real, their pain is real, their secrets matter. It's one of 2025's best sleeper hits, criminally overlooked. Number 8, Killer Frequency. Picture this. 1987, you're a late night radio DJ. A serial killer is murdering your callers in real time, on air. Your job, keep them alive using improvised device. A caller's hiding in their garage, tell them to get in the fridge. Someone's being chased, guide them through the house. Suggest they use a garden gnome as a weapon. This game is hilarious and terrifying simultaneously because the voice acting is so committed that you're screaming at the monitor watching this DJ frantically try to save people's lives while the killer is closing in. But here's the detective angle. You're picking up clues from every conversation, caller details, environmental context, the killer's voice on the phone, and you're building a profile. It released in 2023 to basically zero commercial success. It bombed hard, but the people who played it became obsessed because it's the perfect combination of detective work, improv advice giving, and general tension. It's on sale constantly, grab it, it's 6 hours of pure adrenaline. Number 7, Expelled. This is 2025 heat, fresh from Inkle, the studio that's basically perfected the art of interactive fiction. You're accused of pushing a kid out of a window at boarding school. You're about to get expelled. So what do? Well, option A, prove your innocence. Option B, frame literally someone else, blackmail bullies, plant evidence, become a complete scumbag. This game rewards you for being evil. The branching paths are insane because every lie you tell, it creates 3 new consequences. Every person you blackmail becomes a problem. Every piece of fake evidence you plant can be discovered. And the genius part? The game punishes you for dumb moral choices. You can't manipulate everyone at some point. Someone catches you, someone calls you out, and suddenly you're actually innocent but nobody believes you because you spent the entire game being a sociopath. It's the sequel to Overboard, which we'll talk about in a bit, but this one takes that concept and scales it up to absolute madness. Critics called it evil genius. The writing is so good that you want to make bad choices because the consequences are interesting. If you want detective work where you're the criminal, this one is it. Number 6, Murdered, Sole Suspect. This one came out in 2014 and literally nobody talks about it anymore. You're a PI, you get stabbed, and then you die. Except you don't really die, you become a ghost, and now you're solving your own murder from beyond the grave. The genius mechanic, you can possess people to hear their thoughts. You can possess cats to sneak through small spaces. You can examine occult clues. You're piecing together a mystery while being a literal ghost-haunted Salem. The combat is, well, not great, I'll be honest. The puzzle designs are sometimes frustrating, but the core detective work, it's phenomenal. You're following a trail of supernatural clues. You're examining crime scenes from a ghost perspective. You're building a case against your killer. It got absolutely destroyed at launch by critics who expected a different game. But as pure detective mystery with a supernatural twist, it's criminally underrated. And on modern hardware, it actually looks pretty good. If you love mysteries and you've never heard of this game, go play it. You're welcome. Number 5, The Séance of Blake Manor. A guest vanishes during a séance in an Irish manor, and you're going to figure out what happened. This is a point-and-click adventure with impeccable pixel art. Every frame looks like a painting. The atmosphere is thick with suspicion. Everyone has motives. Everyone has secrets. You're sneaking into rooms, swiping poison vials, interviewing ghosts and living people, and you're piecing together this puzzle through pure investigation. The puzzle design is thinky, like generally complex. You can't brute force your way through this. You have to think literally. You have to make connections that aren't immediately obvious. You have to understand the logic of the mystery. It released in 2025 with almost no marketing. It slept on hard, but if you love detective work that's also art, this one is it. Number 4, Overboard. This one's a reverse whodunit, and that means you're the murderer. You're on a luxury cruise ship, you've killed someone, and now you've got the entire voyage to build a perfect alibi, plant evidence, charm crew members, and manipulate the investigation. Every playthrough is short, like under an hour, but the branching paths are insane. You can go 5 completely different routes to perfect alibis, and in each one, the detective is following different threads, finding different evidence, reaching different conclusions. But Overboard stands completely on its own as this bite-sized masterpiece of detective manipulation. You're thinking like a criminal, you're thinking like an investigator chasing false leads. It came out in 2021 and got absolutely no attention. Steam reviews, overwhelmingly positive. Player hours, through the roof because people keep replaying it. It's on every platform, it's like $10, it's replayable forever, so play it. Number 3, Death at Fleming Manor. This one releases Q1 of 2026 and I've played the demo, and I can tell you right now that this is going to be one of the best puzzle games of the entire year. Here's the hook: gruesome deaths in a comic book noir manner. Your job? Forge death certificates by deducing the actual cause of death from mangled bodies, witness statements, and crime scene evidence. But you're not just guessing, you're examining bodies, you're identifying trauma patterns, you're cross-referencing witness testimony, you're building a forensic case. The art style is pulp comic book noir, dark, twisted, gorgeous. Every death is presented like a puzzle box that you have to unlock using logic and deduction. The demo came out and indie game communities went insane. This is the kind of game that's going to win awards and then immediately become everyone's favourite hidden gem. When it drops in Q1 of 2026, clear your calendar. This is going to own the puzzle game discourse. Number 2, Her Story. This game came out in 2015 and it's still one of the best detective games ever made. Here's all the setup you get. You have access to the police database. Inside are videos of interviews, real actors, real performances, and you have to search keywords to find the pieces of a mystery. That's it. That's the entire game. You start with almost nothing. One keyword, one video. You have to notice things that the game refuses to highlight. Some videos are lies, some are truth, some are half-truths. You have to build a timeline in your head of what actually happened to a missing husband, using only these interview snippets. And the genius part? There's no solution. Or rather, there are multiple solutions depending on what you believe and which timeline you construct in your brain. 10 years later, and people are still discovering new interpretations. People are still finding keywords they missed. People are still posting theories online. It's won Indie Game of the Year for a reason. It's timeless. It's a masterpiece. It respects your intelligence more than any detective game I've ever played. If you've never experienced it, stop watching this video. Go play it right now. I'm serious. And claiming number 1, The Sinking City 2. This game releases 2026 and it's going to redefine what open world detective games can be. You're a PI, you're operating in Oakmont, a city that's literally sinking, flooded, chaotic, haunted by cosmic entities that drive people insane. But here's what makes this special. The investigation is open, you get a case, you have almost no direction. You can follow 17 different threads, each one leads somewhere, each one has consequences. You're interviewing suspects who are sanity damaged. You're dealing with cults that worship entities from beyond space and time. You're making choices that literally warp reality based on what you believe to be true. If LA Noire met Bloodborne, you'll get The Sinking City 2. This is the game that's going to define detective games for the next decade. Pre-orders are already up. Mark your calendar, clear your schedule. This is it. This is the one. Alright, there you have it, your ultimate detective game hit list for 2026. 5 absolute must-plays from this year and next, and 5 criminally overlooked gems that deserve way more love than they got. Drop a comment with your pick. I'm reading every single one because I actually want to know which game's going to be on your 2020 hit list. And if this video helped you find your next obsession, like it, subscribe for more top 10 lists, game deep dive and recommendations that actually matter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.